People email me and ask me all the time about my storyboarding, and I have a variety of storyboards that use both Blake Snyder's Save the Cat formula and also Sid Field's his pitch points. They're really important for the second act in terms of putting a really valuable pinch point in between the fun and games and the midpoint, so that your hero has an obstacle right there, and then also a second pinch point in between the midpoint and the all is lost. So basically we see what problem it is that's bringing us to our all is lost. And it's important then to make that last into the dark night of the soul. This is for the script City in the Red, which has pitched incredibly well, and which I've received major contract offers for. Haven't got the right contract yet, but it's pretty exciting. Everybody who's read it has pretty much flipped out over it. And it's important to spend plenty of time in the index card mode. In this case, while this story had been percolating for years, and my first Library of Congress entry went in back in 2005, I made sure that I was hitting all of the main points with the right number of scenes and the right builds, the right detail prior to actually writing the script, so that once you write the script, in the back of your mind you know that you need to state your theme on page 5. You know you've got 1 through 10 on your setup, and then catalyst page 12, your debate 12 to 25. Very solid break into Act 2 that focuses on what the essence of your story is, not on, you know, an important point, or not on a rebuff of the catalyst, but it's important that you get right down to what exactly is the major problem that your hero has to resolve. Then you can have a B story. You can bring other people in. In this case, we brought the NSA analyst Louis in, this brilliant guy who's either going to be played or might be played by Oliver Platt, but hopefully Steve Buscemi, spiraling off his role in Armageddon. So he's the brilliant guy who masterminds this plan for helping our heroes overcome their incredible issue with the Russian Mafia in Seattle. And so, as I make sure that I address all of the details of these cards, then the cards get hung up here on the script, and it's pretty amazing how everything falls into place once you've done proper storyboarding. And I carried these index cards for months and just went through them. And if I noticed a gap in the story, if I noticed a lack of build, if I noticed that we needed more here or less here, you do all that adjusting on the index cards. And you know, prior to that, of course, you do your, this is your larger storyboarding, larger block, and then this is your more specific storyboarding. So you have to have at least 2 storyboards. So I'd just like to finish by mentioning the importance of the false victory, which happens at the midpoint. All of your scripts, you know, whether they're dramas or thrillers or horrors or romantic comedies, you've got to have right at the middle of the movie could stop right there at the midpoint and everybody's happy. That is your false victory. The other thing you need is you need to have an answer to that at the dark night of the soul, your false defeat. This is the thing that your character's been afraid of, and everything's going downhill, and you're going through the floor, and there's your false defeat. And the false defeat has to have some interesting, ironic turn that nobody could have foreseen, that in fact makes it not a false defeat, but, well, makes it a false defeat, makes it the answer to all of the problems. So that's just a little bit from today, and I'll email this to a bunch of you that have gone through some of my videos before, and we will go from there.